Hello and welcome to Quiz Time. I'm Jess, and today we have a fun quiz, fact or fiction. So, are you ready? There's only two options. Let's go. Fact or fiction? The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Fiction. Fact or fiction? Bananas grow on trees. Fiction. Fact or fiction? Napoleon Bonaparte was extremely short. Fiction. Fact or fiction? The moon has no gravity. Fiction. Fact or fiction? Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. It's a fact. Fact or fiction? Peanuts are a type of nut. That's fiction. Fact or fiction? Penguins can fly underwater. It's a fact. Fact or fiction? Lightning never strikes the same place twice. It's fiction. Fact or fiction? Coffee was discovered by a goat herder. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Honey has been found in ancient tombs, still edible. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled to the island of Elba twice. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Sharks are mammals. That is fiction. Fact or fiction? Goldfish have a 3-second memory. It's fiction. Fact or fiction? The human brain is more active at night. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? The Colosseum in Rome was used for naval battles. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Ostriches bury their heads in the sand to hide from danger. That's fiction. Fact or fiction? Ancient Egyptians invented the first form of toothpaste. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Vikings wore horned helmets in battle. That is fiction. Fact or fiction? Octopuses have 3 hearts and 2 stop beating when they swim. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Tomatoes were once considered poisonous in Europe. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Humans are the only species capable of laughter. That is fiction. Fact or fiction? The Leaning Tower of Pisa has never been straightened. That is fiction. Fact or fiction? Honey never spoils. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Water spirals down the drain in opposite directions depending on the hemisphere. That's fiction. Fact or fiction? There is a type of jellyfish that can theoretically live forever. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Bats are blind. Fiction. Fact or fiction? The ancient Romans used powdered mouse brains as toothpaste. Fact. Fact or fiction? The Great Fire of London started in a bakery. It's a fact. Fact or fiction? An ant can lift 50 times its body weight. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. It's fiction. Fact or fiction? The longest river in the world is the Amazon. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? The Great Barrier Reef is visible from space. And that is a fact. Fact or fiction? The platypus is the only mammal that lays eggs. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? The Statue of Liberty was a gift from Italy. That's fiction. Fact or fiction? Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Humans can survive in space without a spacesuit for a few seconds. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? The Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre in 1911. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Honeybees can only sting once before they die. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Mount Kilimanjaro is located in Kenya. That's fiction. Fact or fiction? Jellyfish are considered fish. Fiction. Fact or fiction? The human body is made up of 60% water. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Snakes hear using their ears, just like humans. It's fiction. Fact or fiction? The Eiffel Tower was originally intended for Barcelona. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Octopuses have blue blood. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Elephants are one of the two mammals that can't jump? Another amazing fact. Fact or fiction? The Earth has 2 moons. It's fiction, of course. Fact or fiction? Penguins only live in Antarctica. That is fiction. Fact or fiction? A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. And that is a fun fact. Fact or fiction? The oldest living tree is over 5,000 years old. And that is a fact. Fact or fiction? The human stomach replaces its lining every 5 days. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Water boils faster at higher altitudes. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? A group of flamingos is called a parade. It is fiction. Fact or fiction? There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Bats are completely blind. Have you been paying attention? We like to check. It's fiction. Fact or fiction? Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Sea otters hold hands while sleeping to stay together. That's a fact. How cute. Fact or fiction? The Great Pyramid of Giza was the tallest structure in the world for 3,800 years. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Dolphins have names for each other. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? Cows have best friends and become stressed when they are separated. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? The Mariana Trench is deeper than Mount Everest is tall? That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Sharks can detect a drop of blood in an Olympic-sized pool. That is a fact. I'm never swimming with a cut hand. Fact or fiction? Mount Everest is the closest point to space on Earth. That's fiction. Fact or fiction? Bananas are berries. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen. That's fiction. Fact or fiction? Some fish can recognize themselves in a mirror. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Venus is the only planet that rotates clockwise. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? The human brain uses 100% of its capacity. It is fiction, of course. Fact or fiction? Peanuts are a type of nut. Again, have you been paying attention? Did you get it right the first time? Of course, it is a fiction. Testing your paying attention. Fact or fiction? Ostriches can outrun horses. And that is a fact. Fact or fiction? Mercury is the closest planet to Earth on average. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? A blue whale's heart is the size of a car. And that's a fact if you think of the relative size of a whale. Fact or fiction? Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the construction of the pyramids. That is an actual fact. Fact or fiction? The Great Giant Wall of China is visible from the moon. That is fiction. Fact or fiction? Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Octopuses have 3 hearts. checking your knowledge again. Do you remember this one? It is a fact. Fact or fiction? The longest recorded flight of a chicken is 13 seconds. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Humans and giraffes have the same number of neck vertebrae. It is a fact. Obviously, they're just different sizes and lengths. Fact or fiction? Penguins can leap 6 feet in the air. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? There is an island in Japan where deer roam freely. And that is a fact. Fact or fiction? The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summer. It is a fact. I'm sure something to do with a metal expanding in the heat. Fact or fiction? The only letter not used in US state names is Q. Again, another fun fact for you. Did you know that one? Fact or fiction? You can't hum while holding your nose closed. Okay, are you going to try while we're working out? Should we do it? It's a fact. Fact or fiction? Jellyfish don't have brains. That's a fact. Fact or fiction? The moon has a smell. Have you ever thought about it? Do you know this one? Or is it guess? It's a fact, although only a few people would be able to tell you. Fact or fiction? Cats sweat through their paws. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? A piano has 88 keys. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Lightning is hotter than the surface of the sun. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Sloths can take up to a week to digest a single meal. Now that is lazy if that's a fact, but is it fact or fiction? That is a fact. Fact or fiction? The shortest war in history lasted just 38 minutes. Again, a fun fact and so much better than wars of today. Fact or fiction? Scotland's national animal is the unicorn. Is this something you know? Did you know it? Yes, it is a fact that Scotland's national animal is the unicorn. Fact or fiction? An octopus can regrow a lost arm in weeks. Are they arms or are they tentacles? Well, whatever they are, it's a fact. They can grow it. So, fact or fiction? There are no rivers in Saudi Arabia. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Humans have explored 95% of the Earth's oceans. It's fiction. Fact or fiction? A sneeze can travel up to 100 miles per hour. Now that's a fact. They do take you by surprise and go, whoop! Fact or fiction? The inventor of the Pringles can is buried in one. Is that fiction or is that fact? It's a fact. I want to know, is it a giant one or is it his ashes? Fact or fiction? There's a natural lake in Australia that's permanently bubblegum pink. That is a fact. Fact or fiction? Shakespeare invented over 500 words still in use today. And thou art is fiction. Fact or fiction? There's a species of frog that can survive being frozen solid. Now, do you know this one? It is a fact. And your last one, fact or fiction? The Eiffel Tower shrinks by up to 6 inches during the winter. Have you been paying attention? It is a fact. So, how did you do today? Drop your scores in the comments below and of course like and subscribe so you get notified every time we post a new quiz, and join us next time on Quiz Time.